Alright, hello guys, and today I'm going to be featuring the Dalian. It's going to be the newest addition at tier 9 for World of Warships, of course. This is a Pan-Asian premium ship, so I think it will be available for doubloons. I'm not sure if it'll be available for gold, but I'll write it in the description or not. I'll write the price in the description basically. But what is this thing, alright? So it's a Pan-Asian cruiser at tier 9. Okay, but we already have that. You already featured that Malta a few weeks ago, the Sejong. But this is actually a bit different to the Sejong, and I'll tell you why. As you can see from the gun layout, this is actually Russian style instead of an American style. So we know Sejong has American guns on it, like I believe they're midway secondary turrets. This one actually has Russian 130mm guns, so they're a bit higher caliber guns, of course. Like, I believe Smolensk has the same caliber, 130mm. So yeah, Russian. Anyway, the biggest upside compared to Sejong on this is actually the gun arcs. You'll tend to notice the reload's the exact same, so don't stress out over that. The reload's the exact same, but the gun arcs are so much better. You'll get to see it in this video where I'm actually pushing into people and able to shoot them at even longer ranges at like 15. I'm running range mod on this build, which is something I don't do on the Sejong because the gun arcs are so bad on the Sejong that range mod doesn't actually help you. But on this I'm running range mod here because it does actually help you, and the stock gun range is actually worse than the Sejong. The stock gun range on this I believe is 13.5 kilometers instead of Sejong's 14 kilometers. I know, not that big of a deal, but 13.5 is very limiting at tier 9. If you want to run it that way, you totally can. But you know, I would recommend running the range mod just to be safe for sure in this thing. You get 5 heals, which is quite a good amount. They're 5.3k each. You don't get hydro, just like the normal Pan-Asian cruisers. But something that's a bit different here, and you might have noticed when I launched the torps, I didn't mention it, but maybe some of you have noticed, the torpedoes aren't actually deep water torps, as you saw. They're actually just normal torps. They can hit destroyers too, whilst Sejongs can't hit destroyers, but they can hit cruisers. This one can hit everything. So, but they're, instead of Sejong's 12 kilometer torps, these are 10 kilometer torps. So they're shorter range, they get spotted easily, I believe, and I believe they do less damage. They're similar. They remind me of like Russian Smolensk type torps that are 10 kilometer. You get 6 of those. Cool. You get 5 smokes, which I believe is actually more smokes than the Sejong gets. So you get an extra smoke screen on this one, which is also very welcoming. I do enjoy an extra smoke screen, of course. You do get, I believe, less total HP by a few, but that's pretty much it. And you do get better concealment on this one by a lot. Like, I think Sejong's about 9.7. This one's 8.9 kilometers. I mean, that's pretty incredible. But anyway, let's stop comparing it to the Sejong and let's look at the game right now. What's happening? Basically, I'm trying to push up as much as possible. I don't have hydro, so I have to play cautiously. Remember, as a Pan-Asian cruiser, you don't have hydro with smoke, unlike Smolensk, so you do have to be careful in your smoke. You have to make sure you know where the destroyers are. And where are they on the map? You have to keep looking at the map. Where are the destroyers? So we have one on the 2 line last spotted. It's an Adriatico. It's a test ship. We can't really talk about that in the A, you know, but it has torps, so that's important to keep in mind. That there's a destroyer on the 2 line, there's one on the 7 line, and there's one on C. So we know where the destroyers are, so we know somewhat where to angle to, or keep you know, importance to. And anyway, you can use, look at the AP damage on this thing. It's Russian. It's Russian. Remember of Smolensk AP, even though it's small caliber, when you find a big broadside like this Musashi, it's free damage. It's incredible. I love it. It's very wonderful to use it and stuff. HE, really good. As you can see, the shell travel time is much better than the Sejong. Much better. If you want, go grab the Sejong video and look at the gun arcs, and then look at these gun arcs and just compare them, because this one's way better, I feel, at least. I feel like I'm playing Smolensk. Yeah, we got Citadel. We did get Citadel by the Izumo, but it's okay. Nothing to panic about. I was panicking for a second, but it's okay. I had to play this game off stream, remember, because the NDA lifted just today when I uploaded this video. Therefore, I couldn't play it on stream prior to this. But if you're watching this video, I will be playing the Dalian on stream. Well, after this video is released, obviously. So the next stream, you can come on the stream, ask me to play Dalian. I'll play it for you. And I'll showcase it a bit more than I did in this video, because I'm only showing you one game here. But So far, it's going pretty good. We have 100k in 7 minutes. It just reminds me of Smolensk a lot, guys. This ship reminds me of the Smolensk. But without hydro. And some less gun range, you know? I mean, but there's a lot of similarities to Smolensk with this one. So, very cool, very cool. Well, very cool. I don't think people are gonna find it very cool to play against, but you know, when you're playing it, it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun playing it, you know. I mean, it's pretty cool to play, maybe not to play against, but yeah. 106k damage so far. We're just shooting this Musashi at ranges like 15s. You wouldn't be doing this in Sejong because of the arcs, so again, really cool feature, of course, Russian guns. But anyway, start trying to get closer. The thing with these Pan-Asian cruisers is you can't overextend. It's very important to not overextend because, and I will talk about this in general regarding all Pan-Asian cruisers and not just the Dalian, so I'm including Jinan and Sejong. It's hard to push in because, thing is, it's a super light cruiser, correct? When you're pushing in, you're susceptible to like torpedoes and like battleship fire easily, you know, because you're bow in. So the thing is, you don't have hydro. So yeah, you're gonna be at risk of torpedoes whenever you push up, and you have no way of spotting them for yourself at all. And that's kind of the downside with the Pan-Asian cruisers. That's the biggest downside with the Pan-Asian cruisers, except for them having minimal armor, is the fact that you're smoke cruisers without hydro. That's pretty much the biggest downside. I'm gonna say this about the Dalian and this about all the Pan-Asian cruisers. The fact is, these ships are extremely, extremely strong when people are pushing into you, but they're not that good when people are, you know, walking away from you, running away, basically. But the Dalian, on the other hand, seems to cut that difference up, and actually changes it up a bit, actually, because the Dalian, when people are running away from you, it's actually easier to shoot them. Not as in easier than them pushing you, obviously, but it's easier than, like, playing Sejong and trying to shoot them, right? Because the gun arcs are better, right? And this is less reliant on the torpedoes. Sejong and Jinan are more reliant on the torpedoes. The guns are okay, don't get me wrong, the guns are pretty good, but the torpedoes are a big factor for those ships to make them work. And this one, not really so. The torpedoes are kind of an addition to the ship. The torpedoes aren't really that important on this one. I don't really find using the torpedoes making that much difference, honestly. I mean, they're cool, it'll help you, you should use your torpedoes, but the guns are where the ship's at. The guns are the main strength of the ship. That's pretty much it, really and truly, about the Dalian. I'm just gonna say it right now. Do I recommend the ship? And then I'll say it again at the end. But yes, I do recommend the ship. It's pretty good. It can be pretty fun. It just reminds me of Smolensk. It's not as good as Smolensk, don't get me wrong, but it's tier 9. So you can call it a tier 9 Smolensk almost, and without hydro and stuff. But it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty good. So this is one I would definitely recommend. I'm definitely going to be playing this thing when it comes out on stream again. This one was an off-stream game, so I couldn't really show it. But Wargaming gave us the ship a bit early, so we can play it, so we can showcase it instantly on YouTube when the NDA is down. So here you go. But yeah, so how's this game going? Let's take a look how the game's going. Well, badly. Badly, really badly. We did get 2 kills right there, which actually gives us a chance, maybe. I'm trying to get some damage on this Adriatico. I'm trying to be safe. I don't want to run it down into this place. Maybe I should have, but the Izumo was scary. The Baltimore was still alive. The Musashi could always come north of or south of B and kill me instantly. So I'm just trying to play it safely, reversing into this cap, trying to shoot the destroyer slowly, and getting in here. I'm just zooming in. I don't know. This is a pre-recording, so I kind of recorded this game and now I'm commentating over it. I don't know why I'm going all over the place with my camera. I kind of do that even on stream. I'm kind of crazy with my camera. People have noticed. I apologize, but that's me, you know. That's me. We're up to 141k damage. Sadly, we are losing the game. I'm finally in this cap. We're gonna keep reversing, try get some pressure on this Izumo with our team, but honestly, guys, I really think we're just gonna lose this game, sadly. Nothing really much we can do ourselves. I can't just go running it in, because, again, it's a super light cruiser. This is not a cruiser where you can run it down and do heavy damage by just walking in, doing big AP damage, volleys and stuff. No, this is a super light cruiser. You have to play it slow, carefully, methodically, or you have to have a method, you know, you have to have a strat with it, right? So yeah, just be like, try to think like 10 steps ahead. My step here is cap B, and then maybe, you know, pressure this Izumo, go for the Musashi possibly, Azuma. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And, well, the destroyers will try come B after to recap B, and maybe we can kill them in that process. This, I mean, this all relies on us living and actually killing some things, which is going to be really hard, obviously, so... But here, in the meantime, we're farming this Izumo. As you can see, we're shooting him at longer ranges when he's walking away. Something you wouldn't be able to do in the Sejong. No way. But yeah. Very cool, very cool. I mean, the ship itself, as you can see, I think is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting for sure. People who you know, don't play super light cruisers, people who play open water ships, you know, like battleships, for example, they're definitely not gonna like playing against this thing. Because it's not, you know, a ship to have fun to play against, you know, HE spam, etc. Here we have this Fletcher. We have really good smoke shooting too. I believe it's like 4.2 or 4.9. I think it's somewhere on those lines. So we're getting a lot of damage. It's very similar to Smolensk. Smolensk has 16 guns though. This has 10 guns, and the reload on this is 5.5, which is still isn't too bad, honestly. 5.5 isn't too bad for tier 9 with these guns. The Fletcher got basically dumpstered, but this is, I mean, everyone keeps dying and this game's pretty much over. I don't know what I'm supposed to really do here at this point. Honestly, it's just pretty much trying to get as much damage as possible, trying to hold the enemy team from winning as much as possible, but honestly, I think the game is over. Personally, I think the game is already over. We're gonna lose because our Musashi dies here. He's pretty much walked into a crossfire between this Vladivostok, Musashi, and Izumo, and well, then it's just me and a Mahan, and I just don't think me and a Mahan can fight 7 ships. Yeah, 7 ships, so no. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try to do some damage to this Vladivostok by setting him on fire. Remember, he does have Russian DCP, so he can just DCP instantly, and then he has like 40 seconds, 50 seconds cooldown, comes back, so... But yeah, otherwise you won't be penning battleships. Again, the pen on this ship is 21, I believe. It's just, look, it's destroyer pen, so 21 or 22 millimeters of pen, so you're not really penning much. You're penning enough to fight, you know, destroyers and battleship superstructures and cruiser superstructures, or itself, and minotaurs and stuff. So stuff like that. I wouldn't put IFHE on this thing. I don't think so. I think the fires are really important to actually getting the damage. Fires are always pretty important to get damage, and the AP is really good on this thing too. So yeah. Fletcher actually got spotted. I wish I had my guns ready. He would have died right here. I tried blind fire, but I actually don't end up hitting him, sadly, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm not feeling, you know, I don't think I'm gonna win this game at this point. I think this is just pretty much an auto loss. So I'm just gonna try get a kill or two, maybe try to, you know, have something to go away with. So here comes the Vladivostok again. 3 resets. I mean, you know, it's just trying to prolong the game. It's at 972 right now. Sorry. But yeah, I tried to torp something here. But he's bow in, so I'm probably gonna end up missing. Fletcher's right there. He's at 2k, incredibly low. I wish I had my guns reloaded a bit earlier. I could have actually killed him. I penned him twice. He's really low. He's incredibly low. And this smoke screen, if you're wondering what it is, this is the Adriatico smoke screen. I don't know what I shot there, by the way. I think I was trying to blind fire the smoke. So this is an Adriatico walking at me. I do end up blind firing the Fletcher, by the way, but I'm trying to just blind fire this Adriatico right now that's running at me full speed. But I mean, this game's over. As I said 100 times, this game's over. I'm just trying to get an additional kill here to buy myself time, but yeah, no way. So we do kill the Adriatico as well, and that's the tier 9 Italian test ship DD, by the way. There you go, some information. It's still a pretty NDA though, so I can't really talk about the ship itself. But yeah, that's the game. Alright, so for personal score, we ended up getting 212,000 damage. We got 3 achievements: Confederate, Wither, and High Caliber. We got 14 fires, 13 resets, 2 kills, a torp hit, almost 500 shell hits. We got 494 shell hits, 3 spotting ribbons, and a cap. There you go. So for team score, we ended up getting 1.7k base XP on a loss. So we actually got 2nd place on their team, but they actually won and we lost. Their Adriatico played really well. I mean, he got 2k base XP. We got 1.7k base XP on a loss, 2 kills. Again, we tried. I don't think we could have tried anything really more that game. Maybe go into B earlier. Not sure, but there you go. That's the game. So for detailed report, we ended up getting 212k damage, of course. We split the damage up between HE, Torp, and AP. So from HE, we got 84k plus 87k from fires, because we got 14 fires that actually burnt. Then from armor piercing, we got 20,000. And then from torpedoes, we got 8.5k, and then 10k from flooding. So that's where we got our damage from. Most of it, as you can see, was from the fires. That's really important. That's why you don't take IFHE on this thing. We did 14k to the Flesher and 5k to the Adriatico. Those are the only kills we have this game. 62,000 on the Musashi. Izumo got 53k. Alabama 44k and Vladivostok 21k. Damage received 52,000. I mean, these ships are battleship farmers, guys. They're not, and maybe if you get destroyer spotting, you can kill destroyers, but fighting cruisers, they're not crazy at it. They're okay, but you have to light them on fire, which is, you know, a chore sometimes. But that's pretty much detailed report. For credits and XP, we ended up getting 651,000 credits on a loss, 6,000 XP, 6.3 thousand commander XP, and 379 free XP. And this is a premium ship, so those are including premium ship bonuses. Alright, so for my commander, I'm running Last Stand for tier 1s. For tier 2s, I'm running Demolition Expert and Priority Target. For tier 3s, I'm running Heavy HE and Sap Shells, because there's no concealment reduction, unlike bigger caliber guns. So you get 10% free HE damage. Adrenaline Rush, I'm also running. I'm also running Superintendent. I'm running Survivability Expert. And for tier 4s, I'm running Concealment Expert. For my modules, I'm running Main Armaments Mod 1. I'm also running Engine Room Protection. I'm running Aiming System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Concealment System Mod 1, and I'm running Gunfire Control System Mod 2, which is the range mod. You can totally run the reload mod if you so wish, but I definitely recommend running the range mod, because the range on this thing isn't too high as stock, and the gun arcs are way more usable than the Sejongs. So to end off this video, I just want to tell you thank you for watching, of course. Hope you enjoyed. So I actually got to find out the price of the Dalian in the meantime. I actually just went to check. It's apparently only available in doubloons, it seems. 19,300, which is your standard tier 9 price. And sales will start on the 3rd and 4th of February 2022. If you're watching this in a future date, of course, this information is irrelevant, because you can always, you probably know about this already. But it'll be available for 19,300 doubloons, which is the same price as a Giuseppe Verdi. Again, same price as every other tier 9. Surprising, it's not available for coal or free XP or anything except for the doubloons. But apparently it's just available for doubloons and it's not just doubloons, you can buy it with cash as well. But like I said, I'm surprised it's not for sale, just as a coal ship or something. This is only available in the premium shop and as a doubloon ship, so 19,300 doubloons. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys. Big fan. Again, if you didn't enjoy, well, tell me why. Hopefully I can get better in the next one. This one was actually a recorded one and not a live one on Twitch. So again, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, guys, if you have any feedback or if you have questions about the build or anything, join the Discord. There's all the builds for tier 8, 9, and 10 ships. And there's a build for this one. Or you can come on Twitch and ask me there. But I hope you enjoyed again. And I'll see you in the next video. If you can, I would appreciate if you leave me a like or a comment. It helps the video grow. So thank you so much, and big fan, guys.